Hello and welcome back to Tom and Suzy's Packed Lunch, the New Look podcast in a New Look studio. Suze, how are you doing?
We have a packed lunch today.
We are packed. We are packing.
I'm feeling good, feeling energised. We've just had a little dance around, haven't we, Tom?
Yes, we have.
Just get ourselves going.
A little dance around. And what are we packing in our lunch today? A bloody king-size pot noodle. Kev Mud, over here.
King-size pot noodle.
How do you feel about being a king-size pot noodle?
I like a pot noodle, you know. You can take them anywhere.
Let's discuss flavour. What kind of flavour? What's your going to?
There's only one and he's
Everyone
correct.
says that.
He's
I
correct.
always go for beef and tomato.
A previous episode, we did all get full to eat a beef and tomato pot noodle.
The thing is, there's like certain things. You remember Alan?
Pull your mic closer. You're a bit too far away from your mic. Okay.
You know Alan Partridge. Remember when Alan Partridge, like he got depressed and had Toblerone?
Yeah.
Mine's pot noodle sandwich.
Ooh.
If I get really, I mean, I haven't had that for years. But
I
mean, bad.
How much water are you putting in then? Are you not filling it to the fill level to get it in the sandwich? Are you making it more
no, you just put it out with a fork and pop it in.
Yeah.
So
okay, so
anyway.
I've had that, but I wouldn't call it depression. I'd call that good time.
Saturday.
That's good.
Yeah, but you're a parent.
Yeah. But I'm more of a dipper. I dip the bread into the pot noodle.
That's like 10 minutes to, you need to get food when you can.
I've had a free bentos.
I've got all day. If I've got nothing else to do, if I have all day and I end up with a pot noodle, things are bad.
I've had a free bentos in sandwiches before. Have you done that? Free bentos pie? Or does it take too long? You just need it immediate. You need the immediate. The what? On the tin?
Fingers on the tin.
They're too difficult to get out the tin though, aren't they? Very difficult to get a free bentos out of a tin.
And a free bentos is a clever thing because they've made it seem like you're actually getting a lot, like, it's a novelty thing, whereas really they're just cutting down on pastry.
Yeah, that's true actually. I had a crustless quiche yesterday. Omelette.
That's an omelette, yeah.
Omelette. No.
This is like the food conspiracy podcast. Yeah. It's like free bentos.
Well, I've got loads of experience, not just food. Like, I wonder why scourers now, the dent that you get in the side is massive. You get barely any sponge for your money.
Yeah, they're taking our sponge away.
Anyway, for that and more, all the other important messages.
Unfortunately, Kev is a great guest to have, but unfortunately, Kev is preoccupied because before this podcast started, Kev has realised he's paid for his parking for a car he doesn't own anymore.
Yeah, I've done that twice this week now.
And he's here in person, but you can see his eyes aren't quite here.
You're not quite with us because
he's thinking about a little ticket inspector rubbing his hands with glee right now, whacking 60 quid fine on his window.
Yeah, little bugger.
Yeah.
So have you rectified it now? You've paid for the...
I tried, I can't get through, can't do it because I can't find the code. So if anyone out there knows the code for Union Square car park, get in touch.
It wouldn't find it on the search.
It's on the thing. It's on
that's another conspiracy.
Is it not that you... Oh, no.
Is that they never recommend the one that's actually there. It's always one that's just down the road and then you pay for the wrong one.
Yeah.
Coin in it.
Have you not got it on your history, Tom? You could have helped him out.
Well, I did try to, but I'd park in a different car park.
NCP car park. NC car park went under the other week. Did you see that?
I don't understand how that's managed to happen.
Yeah, because all they do is have land and charge people for it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But I wonder how many people shed a tear that night.
Yeah.
Not NCP.
Tears of joy.
Well, as a non-driver, I'm empathising with this conversation, but not in the same way as I'm a passenger.
If you was a passenger in a car, and it is down to the driver, but if you was constantly a passenger in the car, I know you sometimes you chip in with fuel and that, but is there ever a way of chipping in to fines?
Well, I once did a gig down in Cornwall. We did a car share. There's 4 of us, and we got to this gig very late, and it was really dark, and you couldn't see any of the signage anywhere. And we left the car there, and then a week later, I got £100 parking fine, and nobody gave me anything.
I've been a passenger with you many times, Kev Mud, haven't I?
Yeah.
And I always like to make the effort.
You do.
I make a packed lunch.
You do make a packed lunch.
I did make you my famous Marmite pasta, which is the first meal I ever made my husband.
That was good.
And also I bring snacks. And if we're going over the bridge, I'll tap the bridge toll. I know Tom likes to bully me about learning to drive, but I do think I'm an asset as a passenger.
Never once paid for parking for this podcast, have you?
No, because I've already paid. The thing is, you were coming here anyway.
Pay a bridge toll, won't you? Pay a bridge toll. But
in my defence, for the listener and Kev, I have to get the train up from Plymouth, which is over a tenner.
And why do you have to do
that? Also,
and then...
Well, the bridge toll's weird as well for anyone. They're not going to know what that is.
But also, Tom, I have offered to pay. I have offered to pay on the Ringo a few times, and then I do bring in snacks sometimes. And I tell them, come on, I do.
Let's not bring the tone down.
All right.
The bridge is weird, isn't it? Because you only pay to get into Plymouth, not out of Plymouth. If you're going into Cornwall, you don't pay.
No, you don't pay.
And I'm not doing Plymouth
Have you been
down
on the
here.
Tor Point ferry?
I have.
That's an experience, isn't it?
It is.
The Plymouth cruise.
Let Kev tell us about his bridge.
Well, it's just a weird thing because I'm not doing Plymouth down, but Plymouth, it seems, I mean, we've got loads of lovely beaches and like, God, it's a proper holiday destination. It seems weird that you'd pay to get into Plymouth of the two. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, because Suzy's from Plymouth. How do you feel about that, Suze?
I think Kev's not
What's better?
really experienced Plymouth and its culture. I think you need to spend a bit more time there, Kev.
As someone who hosts
appreciate.
the tours of Plymouth.
Yeah, I do.
All the tours of Plymouth are hosted by you.
The tours. I've also done the voiceover of the Plymouth Trails app. Maybe one day you need to go and have a day out and listen to my voice telling you all about the Lido and
But
that.
in Plymouth, do you have
And the Mayflower.
Do you have the man with the longest back in Plymouth?
Oh,
Do you know about Kev Mud's long
Yeah.
back?
maybe one day.
I've got the
One day
longest
there's
back.
going to be a
Do you know-
statue.
do you know about
There's gonna
Kev
be a
Mud's long
statue.
back?
I think it's been mentioned, hasn't it?
Right. We need to show this for the visual watchers, not listeners, visual viewers.
Well, let's see. If we do this, we'll see if we can put Suzy to a challenge to make sure that the listeners understand what's going on as well. We can get some
Right,
commentary.
okay. Thank you for that.
A very hard
That
thing to do.
producer's assistant. Yeah.
Did anyone bring a measuring tape?
Well, it's just that it's a visual thing, really, because
Yeah.
Kev Mud, let me and Kev will stand up, and you'll see how we look stood next to each other, and then we'll sit down, and then you'll see how much taller Kev is with his incredibly long back. So, Kev will have to come over here. I don't know if the cameras can pick this up. Right. So, Kev, let's get my microphone up. Right. So you are going to have to explain this to a couple people, Mike.
So
Who's taller here?
I think, from my vantage point, I think Tom is taller. But Tom's bottom is, trying to use the correct words, but Tom's bottom is higher than Kev's bottom, which is, I've got an eye level view, Kev's bottom.
We sit down.
And then you sit.
Like Kev. I'm like a foot shorter than Kev. It's an incredible achievement.
This is amazing.
The world's longest back.
And you should,
Let's
you
just
should
do
go,
it
you
again.
should go on
We
like
stand up,
Britain's
stand
Got
up, Kev.
Talent or something. Go stand up again.
It's not to illusion. Stand up.
It's only for the t-shirt.
This is amazing.
Do make a couple hole in it.
Tom is.
And then sit down, Kev.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is.
And I'm like a little boy out of his
Spend the
dad.
whole podcast sitting up and sitting.
Little boy out of his
Oh, I
dad.
love this.
It's because I've done
You go back to your mic, Kev.
It's because, and I have to warn people, but it's when I went into your car, and I say to people at the passenger seat all the time, and I'm like, are you ready to see the longest back in the world?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what are you on about? I'm like, I'm not going to fit in. And they're like, what are you on about? And then I sit in, and my head is just like that up against the roof.
His head is bent over.
I literally
like
can't.
like a giraffe in
Do
a
you know
car.
what I mean? So, like, I would ask, like, can I give you a lift? I'm like, have you got a sunroof?
That was beautiful
It's something I've
moment.
never experienced before.
How
I've
did
never
you
experienced
first discover
something
it? Were you just sort of sat next to each other and then you were like, hang on a minute?
Well, no, just with everyone, everywhere. Just I don't fit onto chairs and stuff. And people like are proper pissed off if they get a ticket sitting behind me at theatre.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That'd be
I just hate it. Constantly.
But you got your legs dangling.
Yeah,
You
trying to-
turn around and say, I'm really sorry, I've got a long back.
And I can't do much about it. I'm like,
Yeah, you
but also
can't-
like buying clothes is a nightmare.
Yeah, because I see you wear like the oversized jumpers and oversized
Yeah,
t-shirts.
I have to every
It
time.
must be a godsend.
Yeah. Thank God. I mean, the problem is I'm an overweight person, so there's not much more oversized. Do you know what I mean? All the X's in my label. It looks like a bloody, you know, when you go 10-pin bowling.
Right. The reason that we got you on here though is because we have a guest in every other week as part of the packed lunch, and you're going to show us what you've got in your packed lunch today, and then we're going to unpack.
Going
what's
to
in
unpack.
what's in Kev's packed lunch.
You see, you say, the thing is, we'll do it. It's things you say, pack lunch. Like, I've for sure got an eating disorder. Like, I can't remember. This is the first time I remember buying anything snacky from the shop and not immediately eating it.
Yeah.
So,
Is that another distraction you've had then, because you've been thinking about eating this food all the
yeah, a
time?
little bit as well. A little bit.
Right, straight away we've got questions about the banana. 'Cause
Yeah,
that banana.
There was other options available, and also,
Oh, no, you want that one.
Well, first of all,
I know you're a
right,
very ethical
banana's an
person,
unusual
Kev.
choice,
You've gone
isn't
for
it?
the fair trade.
Fair
Is that what
trade.
attracted you to it?
Vote green. Yeah. Well, a bit, but mainly the bruising. I'll be honest with you. If it
Did
had
you
been
feel
made-
sorry for
if
it?
had been picked by slave children abroad, as long as it was bruised correctly, I would have been annoyed when I seen the label. But they don't actually put a label on, do they? Not fair trade.
Yeah, that's true.
it's always bananas that are fair trade, isn't it?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't
Did
worry
you-
about other
Can I
things.
You
just
never
say,
get fair
did you
trade
feel
free
sorry
pastels,
for
do
it?
you?
No.
Did you buy it because you felt sorry for it because of the state it's in, and feel like it's not going to fulfill its destiny? It's going to get thrown away.
If you can't see it,
that's more my approach to Tinder.
It's somehow a banana that manages to be both green and bruised.
Yeah,
I don't know how that's happened.
It's the perfect banana.
It's the worst of all
because it's fresh,
unripe,
but also kind of a bit bruised up and stuff.
And perfectly straight. The straightest banana I've ever seen. It's almost like a banana representation of Kev's back.
Yeah. It's the effect you have on me, Tom.
Yeah, and it's curled over at the top. That's his head, like squashed into the roof of a car.
Yeah, that's exactly how
how Kev looks in the car. Straight back, head bent over to the side. It's just a bit in. But so why did you choose that banana? Was there other bananas to choose from?
Well, it tastes better, doesn't it?
What, you like the bruising, do you?
Yeah.
Do you open it from the bottom end, or do you open it from the top?
Because from the top.
There was a whole thing that went viral a few years ago about people saying we've been eating bananas wrong.
Yeah.
You should open it like monkeys open it at the bottom bit.
Sometimes I like snapping it in the middle.
Oh.
Do a snap in the middle. But that's if it's really green.
Yeah.
Because then it keeps its thingy and you can then peel, But I like a chopped banana.
So you like bananas in all their forms.
I like bananas in every form.
I'm the same with apples. I enjoy them more when they're chopped up apples.
Yeah.
It seems like an effort.
It's weird. Did you know what I noticed as well? Someone said to me the other week, if you get a bottle of Coke and you take the label off, it tastes different. And I was like, no, it doesn't. Never had it. It does.
Better or worse?
Worse.
Is it because we've been subliminally Coke have been like subliminally
I think that's what it
influencing
is.
us for years, so when we see the label, it's like we've all been hypnotised as children.
Which is not the case for Ribena.
So he's got banana, then he's got Ribena, which is, of course, is a very posh.
2 of my 5 a day.
Yeah, you've done well.
Very posh squash, isn't it, Ribena?
Yeah.
Do you ever have hot Ribena? Because apparently that's a thing.
No, what's
you have that when you're poorly, don't you? A hot Ribena.
Hot Ribena.
Yeah. Do you think it's good to eat the lunch on the podcast?
Do a bit of ASMR.
Bit of ASMR, I think.
Yum yum.
I've noticed.
How much?
Oh.
No, I don't. I think it's going to take the podcast in the wrong direction. But whenever I eat a banana in front of my wife, I'll always try and deep throat the banana as much as I can, and give her direct eye contact.
How could that take us in the wrong direction?
Is that telling us a bit too much about your relationship with your wife and stuff? Or
shall I deep throat Kev's banana? Or
no?
I do it skin on if you want.
You've already had a hospital visit.
That's true.
So let's not poke the bear with because bananas are very binding, aren't they, Tom? So you probably Tom's been having trouble down there.
Oh yeah,
trouble.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, well, I got
roughage.
constipated, collapsed, got taken to hospital in an ambulance. All right, and now we're making a big thing about it.
You really did a full-on Elvis.
You collapsed because you didn't poo.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
He assured us he had his trousers right up.
Yeah,
when it
I
happened.
strained for a poo, collapsed to the floor, blues and twos, into the hospital. Got to hospital, tried to get no twos.
To show my full support, I sent him a meme. I sent him an Elvis.
One big two.
Yeah.
I sent him an Elvis on the toilet meme to show my full support.
Yeah.
Just after it happened. Because that's what you would have wanted, wasn't it? A bit of banter.
Yeah. It's quite terrifying, though, that when you need to poo, and every time you try and do the poo, you will pass out.
Do you reckon when Elvis was doing that poo, he did the
Quite fun.
Am I up your sandwich, Kev? Because I believe from the colour you've gone full taste my difference.
Full, yeah, it tastes the difference. It's a 75p difference.
Is that the triple?
No, it's a prawn cocktail, but it's just been smushed.
It looks very deep filled.
It's with chili, lemon, and Marie Rose sauce. I got put off prawns a little bit, like a few months ago, when someone said that they're just spiders of the sea.
Oh,
no.
It made me feel a bit gross.
Who said that to you?
My friend.
Not your friend.
No.
You do get the little poo strip on the back of the prawn as well.
I don't like all that. Is that what it is?
It's the poo strip. Yeah.
I don't. Oh, you going to?
That's what would have happened to you last week if you'd have been deep fried. That's how they'd have found you.
Enjoy your lunch. Try not to think about the poo strip.
Well, we're a bit concerned about that sandwich because that was purchased a little while ago now. I've been waiting. It's quite warm in here. You've got warm prawns.
It'll be all right. Warm prawn.
Yeah,
you know when M&S now do our very best ever prawn sandwich.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But they all still have their other prawn sandwich. So it's like basically saying, well, that one wasn't very good. Why would you bring out two things and say, well, this one's better?
Have you had it though?
Is it good? Is it exceptionally?
It's good. And Marks and Spencer's cuts their sandwiches with the jets of water to stop any kind of dirt on knives and stuff. Yeah, it's the only supermarket as well that you can be guaranteed that the bread on one side matches the bread on the other. If you get other ones that don't match up.
Me.
Wow.
They cut it with a jet of water.
Yeah.
You're paying for quality there, aren't you?
Have you ever seen this happen? Is there footage of this, please?
My friend used to work at the Marks and Spencer sandwich factory.
Where's some of the
Shout out Richard Tewksbury.
Because I've watched that programme Inside the Factory and all that, where at Christmas they show inside M&S, don't they, when they bring out their new range of sandwiches and stuff, but I've never seen a jet of water.
Yeah.
Some of the lower end supermarkets, they just have someone who just rips it with their teeth.
Yeah.
It's tearing
Can we
apart.
talk about your past?
Yeah.
Because I remember Kev telling me some real good tips about when Kev used to be homeless
Yeah.
and how you used to get food when you were homeless.
So the pizza one.
The pizza one, yeah.
Yeah, the pizza one was the big one. So you ring up Domino's Pizza or any of the chains where the staff aren't allowed to take their food home with them. And then at night time, you'd just like ring up a pizza place and order whatever you wanted, and then but for collection, and then not go and collect it. And then at the end, you jump over the fence and like where their bin is, your pizza will be on top. Have a little bin key. So you just go and do
Amazing.
that. Yeah. It got a bit, yeah. I had a little bit about that, which didn't work because it was too surreal. So I said that story, and and then my friend turned to me when he was showing me how to do it. He was like, so, you know, we're homeless and all that. What do you want in a pizza? So what do you want? He's like, anything you want. I was like, 2-bed flat. I did this whole bit about the table being made of cheese and stuff, but it didn't work. So,
But did that pizza trick work a
the
lot?
pizza trick works all the time. Yeah. There was loads of tricks, not just food ones. Like all of them was like getting rid of your bag. You have your bag with you all the time. If you go into a casino, you're not allowed to take your bag with you, so they'll give you a little ticket, and then you sneak out and go back with your ticket at the end of the day, pick your bag back up, things like that. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, loads of little things to do. Yeah,
How do you learn these things? So
other people, you just show other people. But sometimes you come up with your own little weird little trick, but you know, you show other people. Other people show you stuff sometimes. They're not all nice. You know,
I'm sure they're not.
Yeah, some of them are grim. But yeah, the other weird thing was at the end of every day, we used to go down to outside Zimbabwe House, down by Trafalgar, and there was loads of different drop-off points, but Pret a Manger don't throw any of their food away every day. They give it away to whatever's left. They give away to homeless people, and there was a place down there they used to give like stuff away, and yeah, that was pretty mad because I used to eat like I'd be homeless, but I'd be having like crayfish sandwich every day.
yeah.
La-di-das. But yeah,
Is that why there's like be more homeless people in a city?
Well, yeah, it was weird, like because that's the reason I ended up in Cornwall, really, because it was like, well, if I'm gonna have nowhere to stay
Stay somewhere nice.
Like, why are you gonna be homeless in Scunthorpe?
Yeah.
I mean, or wherever it is, like walk, you know, go out to the sticks. But yeah, cities. I think it's mainly that's where the drug dealers are.
Now, obviously, TikTok and things like that, you get people who film themselves giving things to homeless people.
Yeah.
So it's all a bit cringe, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit.
Just do it and not film it and put it on.
Yeah, that's it. They do that all the time.
Yeah.
But you know, leave that sort of thing to politicians.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a helmet.
Right, so Susie's also got a packed lunch. This isn't actually part of the podcast,
What have
but
you got?
Susie wanted to bring it in.
Stop showing off in front of our guest. He's bullying me again.
No,
I
you've
was
got a
just
special.
excited about my
You
new
can show us
special
your packed lunch.
lunchbox.
I did want to.
I saw it. There's a colourful one.
Yeah, look.
I was trying to give you an opportunity to share your
On our
lunch.
podcast here.
Ah, Yellow Submarine Beetles.
We did do a school lunch one, didn't we?
We did.
Podcast, and I brought in my lunchbox because when I was 11 years old, I had a Snoopy lunchbox, but I took Snoopy off and covered it with a Madonna picture from the Open Your Heart video where she's laying back in a corset, and I had that on, so I recreated that. But I've got this new one now because I've been on the train a lot and I've been trying to make better choices with my food. So I've got this little yellow submarine.
What choices have you made?
Oh, today
Let's
I'm
unzip.
out all day today, so I've
you
been
got a lot
very
down,
prepared
yeah.
for the day.
Wow.
I've even got
wow.
I even got wooden cutlery, salt and pepper sachets, and some sugar, which I put in when I got a cup of tea this morning. Because you never know when you might want to go and buy, like you're on your protein, you might want to go and buy a bit of chicken breast already cooked, and then a bit of salt and pepper. You can have your little sachet. I've got high protein yogurt. I have got my tablets I've put in foil for later. Looks a bit dodged, doesn't it? I've got grapes. I've got some olive bread, which was whoopsed in the co-op. I've got some leftover bolognese and a little thing of cheese, and I've got a
Well, that is
protein
prepared.
flapjack. Yeah, and
Yeah, a fair bit in that thing, can't you? That little
it's all right,
thing.
isn't it? I didn't have time to make the pasta with it this morning, so I just thought I'll have a bit of olive bread and it.
That's not been cut with a jet of water, is it?
You know, you
No.
put your sugar in that in there. Like my gran, I remember when we were younger, my gran, who was a very sweet old lady, got kicked out of was it deep pan pizza for the all-you-can-eat buffet. She was sliding Rivita into her bag. We got kicked out of
Oh, really?
deep pan pizza for nicking Rivita.
Rivita.
Well,
Yeah.
I might have told a story before, but I went to the Pizza Hut all week.
Rivita as in crisp breads.
Yeah. It was in the salad part of the all you could eat thing. Yeah.
When I worked at Madame Tussauds, we went on a lunch to Nando's one day, and I'd remarked to one of the ladies that I worked with that I liked the wild herb sauce. And then we got back to Madame Tussauds, she took it out of her bag, went, "Here you go, big old
She nicked
bottle,
one.
proper big old bottle."
Gosh.
And then they've got the little silver bit on the top. I had to like sellotape it to take it home. And yeah, it lasted ages.
Funny thing is, it wasn't actually one of them sauce bottles, but it looked just like one.
Yeah. I went to the Plymouth Pizza Hut all we can eat buffet once, and there's a guy next to me like getting through all the like a pile of pizza, and then he leaned over to us and he went, "Do you want to know the secret?"
Yeah.
And then he opened up his bag and it was full of crust, and he went, "Never eat the crust."
Never eat the
And he was putting all the crusts in his backpack.
Was he like taking the crust home then, so he could?
I think so, because I think he'd have been kicked out if he's not eating the crust.
We met quite a while ago, didn't
I
we?
don't think people do. Do you know what?
No, because you were getting yours free out of the bin. You weren't paying for that buffet.
Yeah.
You know,
My mug.
you get the bacon bits in the
Yeah.
salad bar and stuff like that. Willie used to have them when he worked abroad. He used to have the bacon bits that they used to put on. He used to make sandwiches with it, just full of the little bacon bits. So make a bacon sandwich, but just full of the little tiny bit. Just put them in, freeze dried bacon bits.
Yeah.
Is he better now?
This is what this podcast was always destined to be. Just three people just talking about food. David.
What do you reckon rich people, like not rich people, like famous people, what do you reckon they had in their lunch? So we mentioned Elvis, what would have been in his lunchbox?
Drugs. Obviously. That's why he was so constipated.
Well, that's the thing, see. So the constipation is just a side effect of me being an elite athlete. That's why I was getting rushed to hospital, because of my elite
was an
athleticism.
elite athlete.
Yeah, like
How about-
Elvis.
But Elvis used to like peanut butter and pineapple on burgers, didn't he?
That's crazy, isn't
Peanut
it?
butter and pineapple.
How about Jesus?
Well, we know what Jesus had, don't we?
Bread.
Five loaves of
Fishes.
bread and 2 fish, or
5 loaves of bread and 2
it's the other way around. 2 loaves of bread and 5 fish.
And
He couldn't have grapes, could he?
he came back to get some Easter eggs, some cream.
I don't get that.
I see what he did there.
He's got the holes in his hands, hasn't he?
Oh, the holes in the hands.
Yeah. Little Maltesers.
Yeah, you never see Jesus eating a Malteser.
Hot cross buns. Have you seen now they're just messing about with hot cross buns? You can get
Oh, it's
salted
ridiculous.
caramel
Well, and
all
grapes.
that, and
You've seen
white
grapes.
chocolate
You can
and
get
all
like
that.
candy floss grapes.
I
and
like
all
the
that sort of
candy
stuff.
floss grapes.
They're good, but every time I'm eating them, I'm like, this is made by Elon
Witchcraft.
Musk.
But part of my body transformation is a little tip from you. You've been freezing candy floss grapes.
Oh yeah, they're really good, isn't they?
It's like having little
It's like
candy
a
floss
little
sweet.
sorbet.
Is it?
It's like, yeah, if you freeze them, you go. It's like.
Well, I'm having my stomach out soon, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that, please.
Yeah, so that's gonna be weird.
So we're talking about.
The weird thing is, I'm going to get a
Tom's
phone call. Well, I'm going to get a phone call from my doctor at some point, who's going to tell me to start off, like, and then start doing the liquid diet, which I've got to do like a month before. So as soon as I start doing the liquid diet, I'm not going to be able to eat anything properly ever again, because after the liquid diet, I'm then not going to be able to, I'm going to have a small stomach. So the day she calls me will be the last day that I can eat. So no matter what I'm doing, no matter how interesting it is, I'll be like, thanks for this, guys, really interesting, but I'm about to go and get a massive curry, because it'll be the last time I can kind of do it, which will be weird.
I was sorry. I just mentioned about Tom's food because I was like, were you able to look at it after? Were you be able to look at it after?
Your belly. I think huge belly
Taking
when it comes out.
Or is it a stapling? Is it a
Have it
stapling
turned
or
into
a
haggis.
band? What are they doing?
They're taking it out.
Taking it all out.
Yeah.
So
Oh, how much of it?
Like a lot.
So is it like a sleeve or a staple, or what is it? What is they?
No, it's like being replaced by bits of guts and stuff, apparently. I think. Yeah. Cool.
So how much will we be able to eat after it's taken out?
My fist worth of food every day.
In the whole day?
Yeah. I can't have any sugar, any fizzy water, or any fizzy drinks. They did say the only time you ever have fizzy drink is if you end up, because sometimes when you eat with a small stomach, things get lodged. And if you feel like something's lodged, you need to get yourself upside down and drink fizzy water. I was like, that's a mad.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, like
That's
your
a
Willy
medieval
Wonka.
solution to a problem. Yeah, get some
floating
leeches
up.
on you.
Floating up like Willy Wonka.
But will you still want to eat food?
No, it gets rid of the desire, because it gets rid of your ghrelin receptor, which is the thing that tells you you're hungry.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's all gone. Well, I'll be fine
That's
with it at that
the
point.
weight loss jabs as well, isn't it? They've got the GLP one. which
Yeah, it gets rid of your ghrelin
But
receptor.
you're not worried that you're going to miss food?
Well, can I? Because I won't have the receptor.
But your brain will still remember the food that you used to like.
Not really. It'll remember what I liked, but it won't like, you know what I mean? It won't remember that. But I won't miss it when I'm like, you know, my knees don't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Because this is a nightmare. Like I spoke about this last night. It just came out, and I was like, I feel weird because I do a lot of jokes about being big. And it's not even like fat jokes. It's just jokes that it wouldn't be a joke if I wasn't a big person. You know, like situations I get into and stuff. And I said last night on stage, I was like, you know, stage is pushing it a little bit. I said last night in pub, there was a light on me, all right, but like I can't say these soon. I'm getting these jokes out now because I can't say them, because soon when I say these, there'll be a hate crime. And there'll be one day when I do like a fat joke and people will boo me and it'll feel amazing. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be like the Michael Jackson of fat jokes. I say that now.
It might take a while for your head to catch up with your body, because I lost loads of weight once years ago, and I was starting a new job, and we all went out for Chinese, and I was having boiled rice and chicken, and they were like, oh, and I was like, oh no, I've lost a lot of weight, so I'm trying to still, and they were like, oh, how much have you lost? And I was in my head, I was still a big person, and I was like, still felt like they could see that, and they were like, oh really? And I was like, oh yeah, I used to be like a few stone, and it was in my head, it was still like I was still big.
Well, I did the other way, so I put a lot of weight on really quickly. So I was almost, I was thin. Well, I obviously wasn't.
I think that's how I was.
Racier, okay.
Yeah.
God,
I've always identified as a thin person, even when I was bigger. Yeah,
it's so strange.
I think it's
because lots of people are on the weight loss jabs, and loads of people are losing weight. My mum actually said the other day, "Oh bloody hell, I'll be the only fat person left in a minute. I might have to start an OnlyFans." Like, poor chubby chasers, what are they going to do?
What is going to happen when there's no, I mean, the thing that I'm going to, like, how small is the supermarket's going to get? What are you going to do with the rest of that space when it was on Manjaro?
Yeah.
Well, they sell it now on the black market, don't they?
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, you get it at the school gates.
What, Manjaro?
Manjaro, yeah.
Someone was telling me about that.
Because you can't get it unless you're prescribed it, but some people can get it and then they can shift
I
it.
mentioned it to a comedian I was with the other night, because we're talking about jabs, and she said she's on the jabs, and she said that her friend gave it to her, and she looked, and it was a prescription for someone called John, and she was like, what the hell is this? It's like, I'm not John.
Well, see, this is the other thing, is like I've always been diagnosed with like mental like disorders and things from when I was younger. No way. And and like being homeless with that, it's mad, because they keep on trying to, people like as soon as you say that you got something, they'll be like, what you on? They'll try and buy it off you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're on Ritalin.
Yeah.
I can get you £3 a tablet for that.
Yeah.
It's like, Christ.
So you've been hassling us to get on this podcast. You've been hustling. You've been saying, come on, I need to get on here.
Yeah.
I need to plug some stuff. And we haven't been in here. We haven't been in here since before Christmas. But you've got some stuff coming up.
No, I've been in it.
You've been in there waiting. Is that why we can get in?
Yeah.
So what are you up to? We want to hear where you're going, because she's doing a marathon.
You're doing a marathon, yeah.
I'm doing nothing.
I'm having my stomach out.
Are you gonna? Kev is UK pun champion.
Oh yeah.
Have you got any puns yet about your
No, not
surgery?
yet. Not yet. I think they'll just kind of come to me, because they come to me more when I'm like just talking and chatting. It's mainly, the puns are mainly things that I come into my head that I can't say when I'm talking. You know, like, and I just save them. Like, I remember one time, my friend saying, I'm going to London to see the Ashes. And in my head, I just went, I used to call him Grandad. I wrote that down. Like little, there's just constantly things like that. So there'll be things that turn up at that point when I'm just talking to people.
But have you got a show coming up? Or is this derailing the show?
See, kind of. I've got a few things. I've got a thing coming up called Book, and it's going to be followed by Book 2 and Book 3. But it keeps on changing. Book is basically, I find this book, and it tells me how to get famous. So I get famous on stage, and the book is played by Chris Chopping.
Oh yes,
yeah, lovely Welsh comedian. He's very much like Holly from Red Dwarf on a screen.
All right, okay.
Like this
Cool.
book, and then Book 2 is me being famous, and then Book 3 is the inevitable assault allegations and downfall. So,
Can I try a pun on you?
yeah, go.
So we were just talking about weight loss jabs on the black market and at the school gates. I was thinking I could do some ooky weight loss jabs from my shed in my garden and call it Jabber the Hut.
Jabber the
My little pop-up business.
I remember listening to an interview with a band, The Coral, and one of them said, after what he'd been doing after music, and one of them said he's been playing around with the idea of putting vending machines in the back of taxis where you can get like corn, and you're going to call it corn in the cab.
Yay!
And he's actually properly looking into it, like, how does it actually function? How does it work? So that, yeah, it's probably a bit much for the pun to actually follow through. But I love pun names of like businesses, like the dog groomers near us, Shampooch. That's good.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to think of a stomach bypass pun for the last 5 minutes. That's why I've been quiet, but got nothing on it.
Favourite's got to be Jason Donovan.
Jason Donovan.
Bristol.
That's good.
Yeah.
There was a guy on one of my friends' Facebook name for a good while because of the way that a food store was always at festivals. The sign lined up a bit weird. His Facebook name was Don Utland. It was Donut Land.
Oh.
Don Utland. People used to call him Don. They used to think that was his real name.
Right. Thank you for bringing your lunch to us.
That's all right.
Is there anything else you'd like to promote, to plug, to share before we send you on your way to eat your little prawn and Mary Rose sandwich?
I'd like to make it known that I'm actually the real Banksy.
I believe that. If you can see Kev, that you believe that he potentially could be the Banksy.
Yeah. Well, my last name Mud isn't actually my real last name. That used to be my graph tag.
Oh, I know your real last name.
You do know me.
You let me into the circle of trust, didn't you?
Oh.
You know it.
Do I? I can't. You might have told me, but I can't remember.
Well, it's Kevin Perry, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Peterson.
Yeah. And certain amounts of people of certain ages will understand what that means.
Yeah.
I feel old now. We talk about these things. It's like when my mum and dad used to talk about like Muffin the Mule and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, someone told me the other day that they were speaking to some young people about Natasha Bedingfield, and they said, "Oh well, I only remember Daniel Bedingfield," and they hadn't heard of Daniel Bedingfield.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't know that Daniel Bedingfield was Natasha Bedingfield's.
He came into my pub once. I used to run a pub in Leicester called the Marquis Wellington, and he came in there, and then dead across from the pub was another pub that did karaoke, and he went across there and did his own song.
Did he? Yeah. Was he a nice guy?
He was a nice guy, yeah.
Okay.
And that same night, we had Caroline Quentin came in the pub as well because she was doing a show down at the Watford Hall, and Gaza.
Oh wow!
All three.
What a trio.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what Gaza did in the pub, but I'm sure it didn't end with karaoke.
No, he didn't stay in very long. We just refused to serve him, but we won't go any further.
Right. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you, Kev, for joining us with your packed
worries.
lunch, which you hastily got
Our
together.
first guest on Tom and Susie's packed lunch.
Woo! Everyone
With
clap in the
prawn and
studio.
Marie sauce.
We'll be back next week when it's just me and Suze, and she'll be another step closer to her marathon completion. Actually, I think next time we record, you
No,
did Daniel
we'll have to-
marathon.
I'll have to-
So you will
I'll have
see
my medal on.
the medal round her neck.
My medal on.
Incredible scenes. Right.
Disclaimer, if I get ill halfway through, I might not finish it. But it's for charity.
It's for charity. Please
Make
like,
sure you
subscribe.
Yeah, I'll poo
Make sure you
before, don't worry.
poo. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you, Kev. Goodbye.
Cheers.
Bye.